Hi, good morning, friends. Sport bikes are great for high speeds and getting low in turns. Dirt bikes are for high action adventure when going in slush, dirt, or on jumps. But if you're looking for something in between these two extremes, then you need to be on an adventure motorcycle. Today's advanced adventure motorcycles are heavy as solid build and equipped with high powered engines to undertake long distance touring. These motorcycles are provided with many safety features and various riding modes like the touring, rain, enduro, or the sports, which can be selected as per the rider's skills. Formal training to ride an adventure bike can make a lot of difference in not only the way you sit or stand in most comfortable posture but also to undertake some challenging obstacles. Such training sessions are most essential for those who wish to ride on twisty hilly roads including off-roads while keeping the element of safety as their first priority. Triumph Delhi organized one such training session, which was conducted by famous off-roading instructor Shahnawaz Karim, who has also conducted such courses for all major brands and trained many riders. Let's look into the highlights of this event, apart from some finer off-road riding tips.
Hi guys, this is Shahnawaz Karim and today we organized the Triumph Training Academy and we were really happy to have these customers who were on the Tiger as well as the Scramblers. They really enjoyed the training. The objective of this training was to give them those skills which they can use in off-road or an adventure kind of scenario on a regular basis. We developed the training program in a fashion that they could learn faster, they could learn at a very easy pace, and when they finish the exercise, it all comes together. This happens with one objective, and that is to enhance their skill set. And this can be done with three things. First, line of vision, body position, third is the controls. What we aim to do with this is give them something so that they come back for more. Today was predominantly the basic training, which comprises of 10 exercises. I hope these guys enjoyed so that they can come back for the next round of advanced training where they will learn more. Few exercises which they will enjoy as a rider, but few exercises which they will enjoy seeing in photographs and videos. That's what you want to do in motorcycling, especially in adventure motorcycling. Majority of the times you will see that motorcycle is running on 35 psi. That's why 10 seconds and 10 psi down. 8, 9, 10. Let me remove this as well. Okay. I would want to show you the correct standing position and why we adjust the handlebar that way. Okay, so can anyone tell me what is the correct standing position on the motorcycle. No, there's no right and wrong today.
Hold the handle and stand up.
Hold the handle and stand up. Okay. Now I have stood up. But what it does is that it transfers all of the jerks and everything to your back. Okay. So how do we do is we go bottoms up. The first thing that you will find is that you put the arch of the foot peg, the arch of your feet on the foot peg. You know, many people say that you should put your. I'll remove this so that you can hear me better. So you put the balls of the foot on the foot peg. That's a motocross style. If you're riding faster, okay, that's when you will move into that. I also move that. However, when you are doing technical riding, and today we are going to do majority technical riding, which will help you develop those skills, you will come to the arch of the foot. You'll see in majority of the those drifts, the slides, etc. No one is on the toes. Everyone is on the arch because this is the most comfortable position because you can access the brake lever, the gear lever. Okay, and this is the stable position. However, as soon as the speed goes up, you come out. The other challenge that I see in majority of the people is that they open their legs like this. What it does is that there are two things that can happen when they open the leg. One is any branch or anything which is coming into the trail, it starts hitting your leg. So your leg could get off the foot peg. Always keep your toes in. What toes in also does is that if your toes are out, where will your knee go? Outside. If your toes are in, your knees will always come to the tank. Okay, so always toe in. Not I will always show you exaggerated form, but the comfortable position is the straight leg. Whichever motorcycle you are riding, it's always toes in slightly. Automatically you will start gripping the tank. Okay, when you are standing like this, just move your hip back. Just moving the hip back gives all of the position in a better way. Now if I move my handlebar as well, if I move my hand from the handlebar as well, still I'm able to stand much comfortable. Okay, what is going to happen next? As soon as I move my hip back, my back is straight. So when I'm riding like this, okay, and now the motorcycle is moving, so my shoulders are relaxed. I will keep my elbows out. What will happen if you keep your elbows in? You can't move your hand. If you keep your elbows out, see, the motorcycle can move in whichever direction I want. Right? it becomes easier for you to maneuver the motorcycle when your elbows are out. Okay, and then I place 2 fingers on the clutch lever and 2 fingers on the brake lever. Why? You can also place 1 finger on the brake lever or clutch lever, depending on the kind of speed that you are on. Why do I have to put 2 fingers or 1 finger on the brake lever?
You need some grip on the handle.
Grip on the handlebar and
Control the throttle.
control the throttle and
Twist your wrist.
exactly. Otherwise, you will not know how much wrist movement is happening. So, brake lever covering is for 2 things. Easy access to the brake lever in case of an emergency. If you have all fingers on the handlebar, you have a lot of grip but no control. If you have all fingers on the brake lever, you have a lot of brake control but you have no grip. So it's a compromise between that. And these are levers, these are not buttons. You know, you can actuate them with 1 finger. These are made like that. Earlier, you know, the cable braking system was much more difficult. Now these are hydraulic brakes. You just need 1 finger. These are enough. Okay. Moving on to the 2-finger part. These 2 fingers acts as a gauge for you to know how much throttle input you are giving. Suppose if I'm going downhill, okay, and I move back, there's lots of throttle. And as soon as I'm going uphill, I plan to move forward, there is no throttle. Okay, so it helps you understand that you are giving throttle or not. And whatever we are going to do is with the gloves, because that's how you will get to know the feel of the levers. Okay, why 2 fingers on the clutch? Same reason. However, clutch, it plays a very important role, especially on the motorcycles which have clutch. This is your insurance. If you go back, accidentally you gave more throttle, press the clutch, no movement. So that's one of the biggest reason you cover your clutch. When you're riding on the trails, suddenly you feel that you need to ride slower. This motorcycle can go up to 13 kilometers per hour on first gear without any throttle intervention. Okay, and you want to go slower than that, you will always cover the clutch. See how much outside I can go. The more you add wheel. Okay. And where would your head be? How would your head be? Looking front, ahead as far as possible. The best way to do that is keep your chin up. As soon as you keep your head down, okay, you are essentially looking over here. You want to, you will say that no, I'm looking ahead, but you are unnecessarily straining your whole vision. Within 3 to 4 minutes, your vision will come down to its natural position, which is just a straight line. So essentially, if your head is down, your vision will come down. So chin up, look ahead. Move your hand, remove your hand. Up pakdo. 2 fingers. Hai na? Now is the grip fine? Yeah? Hand straight, handbar straight. This is the gripping position. Now just slightly bend your upper body forward. Yes. Elbows out. 2 fingers on brake, 2 fingers on clutch. Just keep your toe in, hai na? Elbows out. No one asked me why not sitting and riding in off-road. So let me tell you, if I have to move the motorcycle now, okay, see how much of my body movement is happening. The same movement, if I stand,
leverage और
okay, without even hand. Okay. Now if I have to move the motorcycle a bit more, I will have to use my handlebar. That means I'm gripping a variable. All of this is constant. This is the variable. यहाँ पे even without my handlebar, I can move. Right? Also, with handlebar, you will not have minute movements. You will have larger movements when you sit and you take turns. You will have to, जैसे मैं example दे रहा हूँ. Now if I have to take the turn, all of the leg and everything is in action. But when I'm standing and riding, same thing. एक बार मुझे खड़ा होना है. It's just the body which is taking me around. Okay, this is one of the biggest reason while you stand on this.
But when you're standing and riding, you will not shift a lot of body weight.
Exactly. Your slight body movements will give you more leverage. इसके अंदर में you are moving everything from the handlebar, which is quite disturbing at many point of time. Many motocross riders they say they come into the corner hard, right, and then they sit on the seat. Yes, you can do that, but then they don't have the motorcycle weight. So why they do that way is because
You put grip.
yeah, they want to grip. They want to add more grip to the front tire, and which is why they come into this kind of position on turning. Their handlebar is not moving; they're moving everything from their body weight.
You're drifting, right?
No, even on left turns, on a motocross motorcycle, you will push the motorcycle down, put your leg out, and then take the turn. Okay. On this motorcycle, you are actually doing counterbalance. You're moving your weight on the other side where the direction of the motorcycle is going. Yes! Yes! बहुत बढ़िया. Release clutch release करना. छोड़ दो.
Not really. So it doesn't fall. Your body weight is countering the.
Exactly. If you are on the road, you are leaning inside.
Yeah.
I'm talking only about left turns. You are leaning on the inside, and on the road you get a lot of grip, which is why you want to lean on the inside. Over here there is no grip, which is why you want to add weight on top, and you add weight on top by transferring your body weight on the other side. This is all body balance. Cool. Next things after warm up.